Welcome to Emerging Europe, a guide to understanding business opportunities across 23 countries of Central and Eastern Europe. My name is Andrew Robel and I am here with Octavian Calmac, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economy of Moldova. Minister, or Prime Minister I should say, what is the current economic situation in your country?
Well, in 2016 we tried to recover the GDP growth which we spent in 2015. At least in the GDP in 2016 growth been by 4%. We're expecting the outlook for 2017 is to have a growth of GDP higher than 4.5%. That figures been coordinated and estimated as well by World Bank and IMF teams. And as well, we are looking to have an inflation rate in the corridor of 5% plus minus 1%. That is a mandate of the parliament given to National Bank of Moldova. And as well, the unemployment is still very low level. It's almost 3% in previous year, and this year we're estimating the same. We are looking to have an increase of wages for this year by 10%, which is expected by our society and by our companies as well. Therefore, a number of projects, investment projects are ongoing in Moldova now. In particular, investments comes from the European Union, Germany, Italy, Romania, but as well from different other countries such as Japan. Almost of these investments are going to automotive sector, which is one of the most attractive sectors now in Moldova. But as well, we are providing a lot of incentives for other sectors such as ITC sector and as well communication sector. Therefore, this sector is increasing the importance for our GDP year by year.
So when it comes to, we're going to talk about sectors in a moment, but when it comes to the challenges, the current challenges, what is on your plate right now?
Well, the most important thing now is to improve the business environment, to make it more acceptable for international investors and as well for local ones. We are not providing different incentives for both of them. We are trying to bring both of them on the ground in order to implement different projects. Moreover, we are dealing with better infrastructural projects. In this regard, we are receiving a number of supports from the European Commission, from EBRD, EIB, and other financial institutions in order to develop the existing infrastructure. We are talking about energy infrastructure, road infrastructure, and business infrastructure related to expectation of the business community.
So you've already mentioned the automotive sector and the ICT sector. Where else do you see the highest potential for opportunities for foreign investors?
Well, we still have some traditional sectors which need to be developed and as well to be improved. That is related to agriculture, food agriculture, processing agriculture, bio-agro-food, and as well textile industry. Half of our exports are dealing to these sectors, therefore there is a lot of improvements done this year, but as well we need to do more steps in order to bring more investors in these sectors as well. Therefore, we are looking to liberalize the access to land, which is one of the crucial questions now in Moldova. Therefore, the politicians in Moldova are thinking how to do that step by step in a proper manner.
It seems that there's interest in the European Union. The EU has been one of the biggest trade partner, if not the biggest, of Moldova. But there's also Russia on the other side of the border, I would say, and also there's Transnistria as well. How do you see the development of Russian-Moldovan relations in the future?
Well, since Moldova signed association agreement and deep and comprehensive free trade agreement with the European Union, that was in June 2014, the trade flows with EU has increased by 20%. At least for latest figures show us that more than 65% of our exports go to EU market. In the past we had just only less than 15. As well, the same situation is related to imports from EU market into Moldova, and mostly we are importing technologies, equipment, and many other investment tools. At the same time, we are decreasing our exports to Russia. If in the past we had In 19th, we had 80% of our exports to Russia, now, or CIS, or former Soviet Republic. Now it's less than 15%. Because of different bans, trade barriers, non-trade measures applied by Russia and other partners against Moldovan products and services. Therefore, the trend is visible. I mean, we are trying to diversify different other markets in order to give a possibility for business community to feel better on Fed markets as well. Therefore, we are signing a number of free trade agreements with different other countries, such as Turkey, China, Emirates, in order to develop new markets for our products.
I recently spoke to the Minister of Finance of Armenia, and we were discussing the Eurasian Economic Union and the prospects for Armenia. And it seems that for their country, the Eurasian Economic Union offers more opportunities than the EU because the country is closer to the Eurasian Economic Union. I understand that for Moldova, it's the European Union that offers more opportunities.
Well, at least the target of the government and parliament in Moldova is to be closer to European Union market and to be closer in implementation of our commitments related to association agreement. Of course, we are trying to recover our position on CIS market by using and implementing the free trade agreement which has been signed in 2012 among different CIS countries. Therefore, for us, it's important to put that agreement in place and to be part of the Eurasian Customs Union.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. Stay tuned to our coverage of the EBRD annual meeting. Thank you very much.